Hi everyone! Today we have a very refreshing double treat for you. Welcome to Sun Talks Live. In 2019, Sun Life created a series of conversations to help Filipinos gain perspective about money and financial wellness. Called Sun Talks, we reached out to overseas Filipinos, young professionals, freelancers, business owners, lahat na, all the individuals and families who are working hard to secure their future. Now, what is different about Sun Talks Live? Well, bilang summer ngayon, medyo napapanahon ang ating comparison. For me, para siyang halo-halo, malamig at refreshing. So we hope to help re-energize your goals as we talk to your favorite celebrity ambassadors and friends who are experts in their own fields so that we can provide both information and inspiration in your very own journey. And if you want to check out the past episodes, Sun Talks On Demand is available at sunlife.com.ph. So, as I said earlier, we have a double treat just for you. But before we reveal kung sino ba itong ating mga bisita, you may be wondering how Sun Life can serve you that refreshing halo-halo for your own financial journey. So you can always have that perfect mix of grit and action as you work hard on your goals. So, it's time for us to make our day light and bright, mga kaakbay, at sabay-sabay nating sabihin na ito ang araw mo, ito ang araw natin.
Ito ang araw mo to turn work into play. Ito ang araw mo to finally live free. Ito ang araw mo to commit to a lifetime partner. Set your goals. Take action today dahil ito ang araw mo. Sun Life, your partner for life.
Because with a lifetime partner like Sun Life, you can groove to your own beat like this crossover artist and Sun Life's youngest brand ambassador, Mr. Inigo Pascual. But if you are preparing to catch the next big wave, then you must constantly reinvent and re-energize your dreams like this trailblazing producer and a favorite leading man, of course, the incomparable Mr. Piolo Pascual. Piolo and Inigo Pascual in the house. Welcome, Piolo and Inigo. How are you? Grabe.
Hello.
Tagal na
How's
natin
everyone?
hindi nagkikita-kita and ang tagal na namin hindi kayo nakakasama ng magkasabay, 'di ba? So, okay, kwentuhan muna tayo. Warm up muna tayo. Nasaan kayo ngayon and what are you guys up to? Let's start off with Piolo.
Well, I spend most of my time if actually I live there already. I live in Batangas. I only come down to Manila for work para better Wi-Fi and pag may kailangan i-shoot dito. But yeah, I spend my time just being a provinciano with my mom and just making sure na she's safe there because senior, so kailangan mong kind of isolate. So nandun kami whenever everyone has time, we spend it there with her and yeah, outdoors 24/7.
Nice, sounds exciting. Parang, yeah, that's exactly what we need right now para medyo naaarawan din tayo, di ba? What about you,
Yeah.
Inigo? Where are you right now and what are you busy with?
I'm currently right now just in my condo. I've been spending my days here ever since I got back from the States. I'm currently doing intensive training for dance. So that's a daily thing that I've been doing, and it's definitely a big part of who I am at the moment, and currently just making myself better, day by day, and still doing work. I'm grateful that we have this Sun Talks Light. But it's been a while since we were able to do it. I think last time was last year pa. So I'm glad to be back doing this again, and of course with Papa, and I'm just glad to be here.
Kayong dalawa, kailan kayo last na nagkita?
It's been a while rin.
Last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
year
Inigo's always
pa.
in quarantine, so it's hard for him to go
Yeah.
out. Yeah, I'm always in Batangas naman. So yeah, actually ngayon pagkita ko nga sa anak ko, sabi ko, ginaya ko ba yung buhok niya?
Ako actually yung gumaya ng buhok ni Papa.
Pero everyday nagkakausap.
Whenever we get a chance, yeah. Pag hindi siya
Mm.
busy,
Wow.
Okay, so this is Sun Talks Light. Let's start our conversation with a light, fast talk, okay? So,
Okay.
I'll be giving you two options. You have to choose one. No need for an explanation. Basta quick answers lang tayo, okay? So, Inigo, I'm going to ask you. You'll be answering first and then Piolo naman second, okay? Ready for our fast talk format? Let's start with plants or pets?
hirap nun ah.
That's a hard one. Kasi parang why
They go
can't I
together.
have both? Siguro
Yeah.
mas mamahalin ko pet.
Pets. What about you, Piolo?
Sa plant na tayo.
Okay. Halo-halo or shake?
Halo-halo.
Halo-halo.
Yeah.
TV series or movie?
Movie.
Movie.
Sing or dance?
Sing.
Um,
Parang dance ata si Papa. Parang mas dance. Talaga yung...
Nakonfuse ako eh. Parang walang sinagot. Sing na lang din.
TikTok na lang.
TikTok.
Next, night or day?
Siguro night.
What about
Day.
you, Piolo? Rain or shine?
Shine.
Rain.
3 things that you like splurging on.
Oh,
Top of your head. 3 things.
shoes. Clothes. And plants.
Napaka-off tangent nung last answer bigla. What about you, Piolo? 3 things you like splurging on.
Investments. Wow!
Ang galing!
That's top of mind. That's something that you can grow
That's
aside
true,
from
that's
plants.
Mhm.
True. That's true.
2 more.
Some- Yung plants.
And, and the last one.
Travel.
Travel. Love it. Okay. Now, finally, for our last fast talk, one habit that you love about the other.
Being OC about everything. Papa's super OC and literally he just never sits down. He's always fixing furniture. Like on a daily basis, you'll just see furniture just moving around. Like it's never just in one spot.
Meron palang ganong habit si Piolo. What about you, Piolo? What's one habit of Inigo's that you like, you love about him?
If there is one thing I've always admired about my son is that he's a go-getter. You know, bata pa lang yan. Kung gaano kahiya sa stage si Inigo, he can perform. You know, I think performing is his passion. So early on, he knew about this already, and that's what I really admired about. You know, pag tinatanong ko siya nung bata siya, what do you want it to be? Hindi niya alam, but lagi niya ang kinukulit na mag-artista siya. And then he never stopped learning. You know, look at him now until now. And, you know, that's one thing you really admire about Inigo. He never stops learning. Diba?
Oo nga. Yeah, exactly. Like you said, gaya ng ginagawa niya ngayon, he's undergoing this intensive dance training. Okay, so very fun and very revealing, pero warm up pa lang yan sa ating kwentuhan. So let's begin by going all the way back to 2014 when Inigo first joined Piolo as a Sun Life brand ambassador. Imagine 7 years ago na yon. So Inigo and Piolo, I'd like to ask, how much has changed sa inyo after that very first campaign 7 years ago? What is the most significant shift, you know, in terms of your relationship also as father and son and also individually? Inigo, would you like to go first?
I guess I mean I can't even believe that it's been 7 years since we made that campaign. That was literally what brought me back home to the Philippines. And siguro my life just changed a whole lot. You know, from that point, it definitely made me closer. It made me a lot closer to my dad. You know, having to live so far away from each other definitely, it had its moments na medyo I was shy to talk to my dad on a personal level, but being back home here in the Philippines, being in the same country, and representing Sun Life together, and really just spending more time together, it definitely made us closer. And on a personal level, siguro, I mean, there's a lot of things that changed para sa akin sa buhay ko. And such as work opportunities that I'm doing right now, and I guess I'm able to live my passion more because of Sun Life, and I'm not afraid of trying new things and going for what I really want. So yun talaga yung naging major shift. I mean, right now, I'm 23. I live in my own condo, and it's not. I'm not bragging about it, but it's something that I'm proud of. Na I was able to finally just learn life, with of course the guidance of my parents, but at the same time going through life and learning through it, diba?
Continuously, yes.
Yes.
So I mean, so much has changed talaga, and it's always such a source of pride for all of us at Sun Life, seeing how much you have blossomed into your career. What about you, Piolo? 7 years ago, did you think that it was gonna go this far? Inigo was gonna make it this big, and this partnership of you guys being with Sun Life, that it will come this far.
So much has changed. I mean, the commercial was pivotal for my relationship with my son, because that's when we decided, why not give showbiz a chance, because there was a good offer from Sun Life. I would not deny the fact that it was something that could definitely secure my son's future. So I called him up. I said, son, you're coming home. So that changed the course of his life right away. And 7 years later, look at him now. He's still growing. He's still learning. He's uh, covered a lot of ground. He's performed in the biggest of stadiums, and parang wow, I can only just be in awe. Na parang sabi ko,
Mhm.
grabe naman yung na-achieve na anak ko. It's thanks to you guys, because you gave him that chance, that opportunity to kind of showcase what he has. And the constant learning, he never rested on his laurels. Now that he's independent, he's still learning. So
Mhm.
I take that from him now, that I'm also independent in sense of financial stability. Mas na-appreciate ko naman yung buhay in terms of just waking up to a new day every day,
Mhm.
seeing my family alive, healthy, and my plants grow, and I'm able to exercise. And professionally, I'm able to at least kind of choose the projects I want to take on, so that I have more time for myself. So mas na-appreciate ko yung buhay ngayon. I guess I've slowed down in a lot of ways, but you still want to remain active, because you want to be able to kind of inspire people who are just starting up, just
Mhm.
like my son, and also people who have achieved, something in life. So mas naging karoon ng maturity in terms of how you deal with the things that happen in your life, and in terms of situations, mas kalmado, di ba?
I get that absolutely. And taking off from that aspect of independence that you were talking about, ito si Inigo, you recently moved into your own place. So, very much relatable yan dun sa ating Ito Ang Araw Mo campaign, where we have this vignette of the girl dancing, celebrating the fact that she now has her very own condo unit. So it's just like you. Now, could you tell us, ano ba yung na-discover mo sa sarili mo when you became even more independent, taking care of yourself? Ano yung mga naging challenging, pero ano yung naging rewarding din? Oops, you're on mute, Inigo.
There were a lot of things that I had to learn, of course, by myself. And siguro, naging weird, hindi naman weird, pero different yung experience ko, kasi I moved into the condo 2 months before the pandemic started. So
Mhm.
I literally had just that much time to get everything together, and not even realizing that we were gonna go into the pandemic and the whole lockdown situation. So I really had to learn everything at home, and really learn how I can really express myself, through everyday things. I learned how to cook. I learned how to actually, I got into painting. Um,
Mm.
Ngayon, sabi, I'm dancing a lot. I've been doing a lot of training. And I guess with handling my money, I guess I've just become more appreciative of the things that I'm able to get for myself. Unlike before,
Mhm.
kasi parang nasanay ako na bigay lang ni Papa or bigay ni Mommy or someone gifted it to me. But now that I'm able to purchase things on my own, I learned to appreciate it even more. And it's such a like fulfilling thing to be able to reward yourself, 'di ba? Na parang pinaghirapan mo yung perang 'yun or pinaghirapan mo 'yun. So it's also not bad. What I learned is it's not bad to reward yourself every time you get to do something big, and always make sure na you make yourself love what you're doing. And one way is of course rewarding yourself with something that you love, 'di ba? So ako, I mean, I love shoes. So whenever I feel like I've done something or accomplished something, I just get myself a pair of shoes. Which I know a lot of people can relate, but some might not be able to relate about that. But siguro yun yung naging main learning ko sa sarili ko is um, you will learn to appreciate work and what you do even more when you also allow yourself to reward
Mhm.
yourself, if that makes
That's
sense.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Kasi you got to celebrate. Kasi lalo
Yeah.
na for you, striking out on your own, that's not a simple thing to be doing, especially in this kind of an
Yeah.
environment. Was there a very one specific task na you dreaded doing, like maglinis ng banyo,
Ah.
mag-vacuum ng buong bahay, in terms of chores?
In terms of chores naman, hindi naman ako maarte sa I love cleaning. Siguro there isn't, I mean, there isn't one specific thing that I really, I hated doing, but
Mhm.
siguro paglinis ng banyo, I mean, it's not my favorite, but it's not something that I'm not disgusted about.
Mhm.
Okay naman. I mean, wala naman akong naging problema. I mean, I grew up in the States where I also had to do chores regularly. I wasn't raised na there was always someone doing it for me. It was always me kind of doing it for myself and also for the people that I live with. So, wala naman. I mean, siguro pagluluto. Siguro yun lang talaga yung pinaka naging crucial nung pandemic is I had to learn how to feed myself.
Meron ka na ba mga specialties?
Meron na menudo. Masarap ako magmenudo. Papadalan ko kayo minsan.
Yeah. Ano mo na ba yung menudo ni Inigo?
Not yet.
Ano
He haven't.
masasabi mo?
I
Hindi pa,
don't
hindi
think my
pa.
dad hasn't. He hasn't tried it yet. But I'll cook one of these days. I haven't done it in a long time. I think last time pa was nung first pandemic pa. Ay, first pandemic.
Oh.
First lockdown.
Wag na tayo mag-second Inigo. Awesome. Okay, but great to hear those stories. Absolutely inspiring. I'm sure it's going to be, parang nakaka-inspire din for the younger people looking to be more independent as well. Pero good point, yung sinasabi mo kanina about, doing chores at home, because it's really practice for when you finally live on your
Yeah.
own, di ba? And you know how to do all these simple chores. Great. Good job, Inigo. Now, turning it over to Piolo, ikaw naman ngayon at this point in your life, I'm sure ang dami na dun sa mga goals mo from before na na-tick off mo na sa listahan mo. Ano naman yung definition mo at this point in your life of being free, of living free and having freedom?
I guess first of all is the freedom of being able to choose. Mas you just take on things that you can do. I mean, I guess you're still up for the challenge, but it's something that you want to be comfortable doing. And living free is also about spending more time, I guess, to your projects and the people that matter the most. And now that I have been able to produce, mas may oras ako to kind of critique my work. Mas 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 detalyado ka, I guess mas relax ka in terms of, because you know that you don't have to prove anything anymore, but you want to be able to prove something to yourself na you just don't
Oh.
Parang nawala ako, no? I'm back.
Medyo. Yes, you are.
20% na lang yung battery ko eh. Hanggang dito ba naman?
Pero
But anyways,
reset ka muna.
no, it's okay. Alam ko na mo, I saw when it got cut. So yeah, I guess I'm able to at least critique myself better, and I guess change if there's anything I have to change, and the freedom to, I guess, plot out my calendar, you know,
Mhm.
na hindi mo na kailangang I guess I have more time for myself. So I guess that's enough freedom, you know, that gives me happiness.
That's true. At saka kasi parang yun nga, you were talking about having that freedom and spending, allocating time for your loved ones. Dati kasi I'm sure, I can imagine siksik na siksik yung schedule mo. And now,
Also, but I felt na parang, you know, I just realized now na it's because I've started early.
mhm,
Imagine Inigo started when I was 17. So parang or 16, 17 po no?
right.
So parang
Yeah.
it's when you start young and then you get to enjoy your life better or you get to slow down, you know, sooner than later because maaga mo sinecure yung future mo. So I guess because
Mhm,
of the decisions that I've made in terms of financially securing my future 20 years ago, I can say that I'm free from debt, from obligations na kailangan mong gawin. So
mhm.
mas na secure ko early on in my life. So I can say that there's freedom, you know, in my midst.
Nice. Love it. Okay, now let's get deeper into the nitty-gritty of your lives. Our campaign is all about claiming a new beginning, which you can actually do on a daily basis, diba? So we'd like to ask Inigo and Piolo now, can you tell us how you start your day and do you have yung mga habits or mga rituals na dapat pagkagising nyo sa umaga ginagawa ninyo? Meron ba kayong mga habits na hindi nyo pa ginagawa ngayon pero gusto ninyong simulan? Let's start it off with Inigo. How do you
Um,
start your day?
well, since I started my training, my days have been very different. I start pretty early nowadays, compared to when I was uh during the first lockdown. It's very different now. I start my days early. Siyempre, I mean, I start with a prayer, of course, just to start off with my day, and I guess just taking the time to really relax. And I've learned to just really appreciate the mornings, because it's the time of the day where you really just have to let yourself be ready for whatever you have to do. You know what I mean? And nowadays we're all used to just being at home, and sometimes we get bored and we feel like, what else is there to do? Diba? I mean, that's why mornings are important, because that's where you can set your goals for the day. That's where you can start thinking about what you want to achieve, what you want to get done, what you need to finish for work, and if you can have also time for yourself, to do something such as painting or whatever it is, TikTok, di ba? Um,
Love.
so para sa akin, I start my day like that. I just really take at least 30 minutes of my time to just breathe and just be there, be in the moment, and plan
Mhm.
out my day. And yeah,
Love that. Is there any particular habit na gusto mong ma-develop para, it could help you face the day better?
siguro I want to start learning how to really meditate regularly, and really just
Mhm.
taking the time to, I mean, I would consider that meditation as well, that time in the morning, but not completely just meditate. I mean, that's a that's a exercise that I want to learn eventually to do it regularly.
Thank you for sharing that, Inigo. What about you, Piolo? Anong mga pinagkakaabalahan mo the moment you open your eyes? How do you start your day?
Tumitingin ako sa ceiling. Tapos iniisip ko yung gagawin ko. Ano, di ba mga 2 hours yun na ganun ako?
Grabe naman 2 hours.
No. Of course, I started off with prayer. And then as soon as I get up, I wash up and I take my pre-workout. And then I check out my plants and make sure they're growing or they're alive, or while I'm trying to wake up so I can start my workout. Umiikot lang ako. Tapos, I try to breathe fresh air. Nilalabas ko yung, I hike, I when I have time to hike in the morning before sunrise, I make sure to wake up earlier than sunrise so I can catch the sunrise in front of me or below me, because I go up the hill para
Wow.
mas malayo, mas kita yung sunrise. And then I that's my regular thing. If that's the kind of habit I want to kind of consistently do every day, because
Mhm.
sometimes you feel sluggish. So even if you want to do it, parang sometimes dahil tinatamad ka, So yun lang, siguro if that's something that I want to be able to do regularly because you want to protect your health as well. And it gives you positive vibes, you know.
True. Oo naman, pagka gano'n
Mm.
kaganda yung view mo, nakaka-positive vibes, nakaka-good vibes naman talaga yon. Okay, so now that we're on the topic of habits, let's dive deeper into that. Punta naman tayo sa money and health. Okay, so can you share with us one money habit, pwedeng bagong habit nyo lang, pwedeng matagal nyo nang ginagawa, that really help you when it comes to dealing with the financial difficulties this pandemic, kasi syempre it's not the way it was before. There are some opportunities that are no longer there. So ano yung financial habits that help you get through, or helping you get through, the pandemic, and also in terms of your health? Ano yung mga habits na yon? Inigo, could you go first?
Yeah. For me, siguro, I've learned to really learn how to divide my money in terms of what I can spend and what I have to put in for savings and for yung mga necessities ba tawag, yung pang kailangan kung yung mga kailangan ko
Essentials.
essentials. So essentials versus mga wants ko lang, 'di ba? So I've learned to really have a gap between those two things. Unlike before, it was more of just like want, but I never really had to worry about the essentials only because I was living on my own yet. So now it's like that, I really make sure that I divide it properly ng maayos, that it doesn't all go to just me spending on whatever thing that I want at the moment.
May pagko-compartmentalize na
Opo. Yeah.
nagaganap. Nice. What about in terms of your health?
In terms of my health,
Is it like a daily fitness routine?
yeah, I know. I mean, ever since I started the whole training that I've been doing, it's just my whole perception of life and just living day by day, it just changed, only because I guess you start to realize that when you have a goal and when you have a dream, parang you'll be motivated to kind of do everything just to achieve it, diba? And you'll start to realize that it's not even about the end goal, but it's more of the experience that you're going through that matters the most. Because once you start seeing progress, once you start seeing the results of what you've been working on, it'll give you this feeling of fulfillment. And siguro yun yung natutunan ko about my health is it's not about what you can do as anyone can be born skilled, but it's about the excellence that you acquire on a daily basis that matters the
Yeah.
most.
Really building those tiny habits. Kasi tama ka eh. I mean, what are those skills? What's gonna happen to those skills kung hindi mo naman siya
Exactly.
dinedevelop? Good point. All right. What about you, Piolo? First, when it comes to your finances, what are those money habits na pwedeng noon pa ginagawa mo na, or something new that you started during all this lockdown and quarantine situation?
Well, one thing na talagang na-realize ko is simplify, simplify, simplify. Parang what this taught me is to just spend on things that really matter and take out anything that's sobra. Even at home, even your needs, even yung mga gusto mo, if it's not gonna last you long, if it's not essential, so to speak. Parang yun eh, ang laki nung sinimplify nung pandemic. So I guess because of that, taking it from what happened, ngayon mas na-realize ko yung mas importanteng bagay where you can invest your money on and or use your money like investments, and just making sure that you're liquid no matter what happens, because you also have to take into consideration there are not a lot of people who are given work. So parang what if mawalan ka ng trabaho, you have to have something in the bank, you have to have something that can keep you alive and on the surface, kasi otherwise wala kung puro gastos ka lang. So it made me realize na you cannot be a one-day millionaire. You may have to make sure that there's something that you can use, during those rainy days, which is what's happening right now. So yun, ano ko lang sa sarili ko na there are things that you really don't need in life. So mas hindi ka ma-clutter, and at the same time, mas less yung expenditures mo.
What about
And
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, in terms of health, I've been trying to develop the skill of dancing. I'm trying to dance every day and, use that as a habit.
Ang hirap tanggapin.
Parang di ako sinaseryoso ng anak ko. I try to practice my TikTok moves kahit na
Ano kayang mga babagay? Ano kayang mga nababagay na TikTok dance challenges? Inigo, ano bang bagay na TikTok dance challenge dito sa tatay mo?
I'm actually trying to picture you doing TikTok. Actually, why don't you come on, pa? You're only young ones, I mean, you're not getting any younger.
You know what? I'm
Inigo,
okay.
seryoso kasi sa what you want the world to see, ah.
No, he can dance naman eh. Marunong naman sumayaw si Papa. I always say it.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just that.
meron ka ng validation from your son. This is it.
Yeah, but that's his forte. I mean, I don't want him to compete with me. Should I, start taking up more lessons?
Yung pala yun.
Kaya, floor is yours, sabi nga niya.
Baka mawalan kasi ako ng trabaho pag sumayaw pa si Papa.
Or siguro, salamat na lang din. In terms of health, yun nga, I guess going back to yung being consistent with your training.
Mhm.
I guess because masyado na tayong relax sa streaming natin, being couch potato, Netflix dito, series doon. We have to have that what do you call it? Yung constant conscious effort
Mhm.
to want to live healthier physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And you started off with, I guess, going out early in the morning, starting your day early, breaking up some sweat, exercising, making sure that you're healthy and eating right. Everything
Yeah.
else will follow after that. So that's the habit I've been trying to adapt. Kasi nga mas marami ka ng oras, mas marami ka ng excuses and 24 hours. And the whole 24 hours sa bahay ka lang. So you have to exert extra effort to not just compartmentalize, but to also be conscious about the things you have to do during the day, throughout the day, para alam mong may pinuntahan yung pagising mo sa umaga. Dahil ito ang araw mo.
Yun eh. Kasama yan sa mga pinagninilay-nilayan mo habang nakatitig ka sa kisame. Pagkagising
2 oras.
Pinaplano mo the rest of the 22 hours left.
Yes.
Oh, feeling ko medyo mas nakilala pa natin si Piolo and Inigo as they shared about their very own habits. Coming up next is another secret behind Piolo's and Inigo's success. Stay tuned, everyone. After talking about their habits of success, alam nyo ba na meron pang isang secret behind the freedom that both Piolo and Inigo are enjoying right now? Let us welcome their lifetime partner in their own financial journey, a member of the Sun Life family and also a member of the Pascual family, of course, Miss Chicky Pascual Gonzalez. Hi, Chicky. How are you?
Hi, Len. Hi, everyone. How are you?
Ngayon, Chicky.
I'm in Pasig right now. Hi to my favorite clients, Piolo and Inigo.
Hi, Ate Chiki, my favorite financial advisor.
How are you, Tita Chiki?
I'm good.
Miss you.
Miss you.
Ay, sa akin wala mga nakakamiss. Char, sinigit yung sarili sa pamilya. Pero ang first question ko for Chiki is this: how is it like, being related to your clients? Wala ba siyang nakakailang, kapatid mo, pumangkin mo? Is it easier or is it harder kapag related ka dun sa client?
It's easier for me kasi syempre I get to explain yung products that they really need. And then, pag sila rin may question, syempre hindi sila mahihiya magtanong sa akin. Kasi most of the time sa clients, di ba, nahihiya sila magtanong sa advisors kung ano talaga yung magiging benefit nila from the products that they will get. So for us, it's better and yun nga, madali.
Nakikinig naman.
Nakikinig naman and wala silang choice.
Siyempre, ikaw yung expert. Dapat silang makinig sa'yo. So, when it
Yes.
comes to Piolo's and Inigo's financial needs, how do you help them plan for the future? Na, siyempre, pareho silang may present goals eh. So, paano mo tinutulungan sila na balansehin yung dalawang yun?
Well, I make sure that they have funds for every needs, like for protection, for savings, and especially for health. So right now we have so many products, no? Hindi katulad dati na limited lang yung products na nai-offer natin sa mga clients. So now we have this, kahit anong life stages nila, we can bundle them together so they can customize and personalize their financial portfolios.
Personalized. Alam mo, this is something na hindi nagigets kaagad ng ibang tao when it comes to insurance and investment. Kasi I'm sure, Chicky, nakaka-relate ka dito na ang tanong kaagad, magkano ba? Pahingi ako ng quote. Pero hindi nila nagigets yung thought of needing to personalize it. Why is this important?
Yeah, and one more thing, yung akala nila they can get the money agad. Yung hindi nila naiisip yung long term na they will need this. Hindi naman, this is not just a savings, diba? This is more of for your future, especially sa health mo. So for example, like kay PJ, I told him after taking care of the family, focus naman on himself, especially sa health niya. So I recommended him to get the Sun First Aid Plus and the Sun Life Assure. It is a health and accident combination plan.
Nice. So, may covered na kaagad. This is, I think this is called the Live Free Bundle. Tama ba?
Yes, yes.
Ano ba yung mga benefits nito, Chicky? Can you tell us a bit more about this?
Okay, Sun First Aid Plus is a hospital plan and it's a combination of protection and hospital benefits, whereas the Sun Life Assure is a critical illness plan. So this is very affordable for those who wants to start with their health plans. Like Piolo, since meron na siyang mga investment, meron na siyang savings, this is very important for him now na ito na yung stage niya.
And ito, I understand, Chicky, ito yung mga medyo affordable pa for those who would like to start pa lang in, building up their insurance portfolio. And there are also others kapag ready na sila mag-level up, tama ba?
Yes, we have different health and accidents insurance plan, like the Sun Fit and Well. For those older clients, we have the Sun Senior Care. Pero right now nga, para doon sa gusto mag-umpisa, this is very affordable sa kanila.
Yan. Oo, kasi parang ang common misconception is that health insurance is always very expensive. Pero meron palang ganitong mga klase ng products that they can avail na without really hurting their budgets or their monthly allocation, 'di ba, sa kanilang mga sweldo. Ayan. So this is really something that we hope you guys can look into. So that is for Piolo's life stage. What about for those who are younger naman, Chicky, for the likes of Inigo?
Okay, for Inigo, I always say this to young people, sa mga Gen Z, sa millennials, this is the perfect time to start growing your money. Yun nga, when I started talking to Inigo about his plan, I told him to get the investment, and then as he goes along with his career, he can add more to his investment. And getting an insurance coverage at this stage is very low yung premium nila. And syempre, yung bata pa sila, nag-earn pa sila. So this is the best time for them to start savings for their future.
Oo nga. Totoo yan. Alam mo, I so wish I knew that when I was younger. Kasi di ba, Chicky?
Ako rin.
Kasi parang ang common impression then is that, you only need these products kapag may sakit ka. Pero actually, it's better to get it kapag bata ka pa and healthy ka, di ba? Kasi because of the underwriting, mas madali kang makakapasa, mas mababa yung premium. So ayan.
Yan ang kukunin ko. Yan. Okay ako dyan.
Yeah.
Gen Z. Yes, Chicky, go ahead.
Yeah, and as for Inigo, I recommend the Sun Startup for him. It's as the name goes, yung Sun Startup is dun sa mga nag-uumpisa pa lang na mag-insure for themselves. Kasi more of more of protection for themselves, and then after 10 years they can get money back from their premiums that they paid, no. They will get 50% of whatever premiums that they paid from this plan.
Nice. So
Also,
meron ka palang ganyan.
yes, oo. And then I also told him to invest, yun nga, like yung sinabi niya kanina, the prosperity fund that we have. This is more of savings, growing his savings naman, and
Ayan,
achieving
oo nga.
his goals.
Oo nga, kasi actually, di ba, with the Sun Life Prosperity Money Market Fund, you can actually start investing for as low like as 100 pesos. Tama ba, Chiki? 100 pesos for the money market fund. So affordable. So very talaga siya, very nababagay para dun sa mga younger generation na hindi pa kaya ng sobrang laki na i-invest pero gusto nang magsimula. And this is where the habit begins, kasi kapag sinimulan mo na siya, parang uy, okay pala to, meron akong pine-prepare for the future, and that really encourages them to keep on investing on a regular basis and making it really a habit, diba?
I guess,
so
Len, the thing about habit is, as early as you are in the business, whatever business you are in, I guess it's important to start that habit, because once you start it, parang parang hindi na siya masakit sa bulsa, because you kind of see what you have in store for the future. So you really, I guess, the discipline of starting it early, mas ma-appreciate mo yung growth as you go along in your business or in your professional life, right, Puge?
It's really integrated in your lifestyle. Na ikaw ba, Inigo, you can say that for yourself na, minding your finances has really been integrated into your lifestyle already?
I would say so, yes. I mean, it's important, like what Tita Chiki and my dad said, you're starting at a young age and really making it a habit that you know how to handle your money, and you know how to set aside for investments and of course insurance. Kasi at a young age, mahirap intindihin kung ano ba talaga ang insurance, and it's hard to also explain it to the younger generation. And that's why, being at this age, I also want to encourage and influence other young adults and maybe even younger mga teenagers to start considering investments and insurances, kasi right now you might not really feel the benefits of it, but what matters is the future and what it can do for you and how it can secure you for your future. Para sa akin, it gives me na parang this feeling na I'll be okay once I'm at a certain age, diba? And it feels good to have that because you don't have any worries about the future.
Absolutely. Good point. So, kanina si Chiki was telling us about how it is to be working with you guys as her clients. Now, from your point of view, kasi a lot of people have, parang have worries, have fears when it comes to talking to a financial advisor, kasi parang feeling nila baka, they'll be so pressured to shell money out, or that it's all just about the sale. Ano nga ba yung experience of having a financial advisor? How does it help you? And like, how often do you communicate with Shiki when it comes to your finances? Piolo, would you go first, please?
Yeah, I'm because I have a lifetime financial partner with Ate Chiki, I get to review my finances more regularly, especially when we're together, and she just calls me aside, and then we do the regular thing. And sometimes ako rin kinukulit ko siya, di ba, Ted? Because I want to be able to know kung nasan ako sa security, in terms of security. And it's nice because if there's anything new product, she always updates me about it. And it serves me well because we have more free time to discuss these policies that I have to know, so that I am more informed, so that I can have more options in terms of investing. As to pag wala kang financial partner, you decide on your own. I mean, I'm just really privileged to be having a sister who happens to be my financial advisor as well. But it's important to have that as your lifetime financial partner, because you kind of grow with that person, and that person has so much care for your wealth, for your health, and for your entire being. So kailangan they have to go hand in hand.
True, that's true. What about you, Inigo? How is it like, having a financial advisor, and especially somebody na you're close to?
It feels good, of course. I mean, ever since I started with Sun Life, Tita Chiki has been really guiding me through the plans that I have to, to take. And um, we have usually I have an annual thing where we meet with me and my mom, of course, and we just sit on what I have so far and what we can also, do for the next few years. And on a personal level, it feels good because, syempre, I mean, Tita Chiki, um, she honestly would just randomly message me sometimes, and then she would just like, it doesn't even feel like uh there's work between anything that we're doing. It just feels like she's looking out for me in anything that I'm
Yeah.
doing, and that's something that I appreciate. So, but and actually, I would message her randomly. Sometimes I would just tell her, "Hey, Tita Chiki, I miss you," and it feels good that it's someone in your family that you can trust on, what plans you can take up on, and what kind of life insurances that will keep you secured for the next decades, years, diba, in your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Now, turning it back over to Chiki, I'd like to ask you naman, Chiki, Piolo and Inigo, they draw their freedom from being financially stable. So, for somebody of Inigo's age, ano ba dapat yung mga goals niya when it comes to his finances? And also at the same time, for somebody naman of Piolo's age, ano naman yung dapat naman for him na maging priority?
Okay, for Inigo's generation, they should aim for first savings. Kasi hindi habang buhay nandyan yung parents nila, 'di ba? So they should think of their future. And then yung protection nila, and then yung health. After that, retirement and other goals will follow. For Piolo naman, at his stage right now, he should aim for his health protection na, kasi he has naman the investment, yung savings niya, tsaka marunong siya marunong naman si PJ about his investment and how to handle his money. So I'm more concerned sa kanyang health. So yun yung, kasi huli na yun huli niya huli niyang parang huli yun sa kanyang priority, kasi akala niya si Superman siya So I always insist na kailangan mo to. So ayun, nakinig naman siya. Kasi before, more on talagang growing his money and more on protection. So by this time, yun na nga, dapat doon na tayo sa health protection naman.
Ate, may health starter pack ka na ba? Kasi merong Piolo starter pack ba? Gusto mong i-avail?
Hindi na ako starter, no, nandun na ako sa second level, di ba?
Okay. Good job.
Advanced stage na siya, excuse me.
My age,
okay.
hello.
Okay, so talking about all these financial goals, Inigo, ikaw ba, what is your next big financial goal?
Well, I mean, now that I'm able to, to be on my own independently and really earn my own money, my next goal is to just really continue securing my future, by syempre putting aside a portion of my earnings to get new policies and to really look for some investments. I mean, para sa akin, nandun ako sa point ng buhay ko where I want to look for investments kasi, I mean, I can't just keep my money there. I want to be able to grow it, and I want to be able to learn actually from my dad. He's such a smart, he does investment so well, and it's something that I want to learn how to do. Kasi, I mean, it's technically like you're basically putting in your money for something that you're not even sure if it can grow or not. So I guess having my dad and Tita Chiki around, I guess I can ask them for advice syempre on what my next plans should. Actually, before we started this, I actually asked my dad what is a valid plan or a goal for me at this point in my life. Kasi syempre, when things are happening in front of you, you kind of start to forget what your main goal is. So I guess my main goal right now is to just really continue securing myself for the future and possibly, hopefully, start doing investments on other things and learning from my dad.
Awesome. Thank you, Inigo, for sharing that with us. Now, moving on to Piolo, what are the next waves that you want to conquer?
I've just become music label producer. Not to brag, but we just launched a record
Wow.
label, Just Music, to give a platform for those artists that want to break out. And so it's an independent career, but it's a good entry point for those independent artists that want to break out. So in terms of movies or TV, I guess I'm more. I want to be able to. It's always been my lifelong dream to penetrate the international market when it comes to films. So I will never stop offering or doing something that I would hopefully one day champion to the global scene when it comes to films, because I really feel that we have what it takes to capture the global market with our films. So that's really my battle cry, and I will never stop giving something of myself and getting out of my comfort zone just to be able to come up with something that has international standards and something that we can be proud of as Filipinos.
Yes, absolutely. That is the dream. And wow, congratulations on your record label. Amazing. Nice.
Thank you.
Okay. Very productive and very instructive conversation, especially with Miss Chicky joining us in this segment of our program. Very clear yung mga benefits of having a financial advisor on your team, diba? Lalo na if you want to gain more financial freedom, don't be afraid to find that lifetime partner in your own financial journey. Miss Chicky, thank you so much. And until our next conversation, thank you.
Thank you for having
Thanks,
me.
De.
Thanks,
Thank
Chicky.
you.
Love you.
Love you.
Nice.
You too, Char.
Okay.
So Piolo and Inigo, since we want to give everybody a refreshing break, we'll end this conversation with a segment called Let's Make It Light.
All right.
All right.
Parang lasing yung mga kausap ko. Okay, so
Ano
Piolo
oras na ba?
and...
Pwede na ba? Pwede na yata.
Aga ka bang matutulog?
Maaga ba ako matutulog?
Okay, good.
All right.
So, Piolo and Inigo, we have 4 LITE light questions para sa inyo. So, Inigo, you will answer first and then Piolo naman next. Okay? Game? Game?
Okay po. Game po.
Game. Okay. Grabe yung pagpo.
Okay
Okay,
po.
let's start. The first letter. Letter L is for lessons. So, what are the lessons that you've learned from each other? Inigo.
I always say this, patience talaga from my dad. He's always taught me patience with everything that I am doing. I'm a type of person kasi na sobrang spur of the moment. I tend to just do things right when I think of it. But my dad always reminds me to just stay patient, don't rush things, and really be in the moment. You know, my dad is a person that loves to be in the moment and really just even simple things such as people watching, like simple things such as that. That's something that I learned from him talaga.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Piolo? Lesson that you've learned from Inigo.
How to take care of plants. No, what I've always, like what I said in the beginning, is yung ano siya, persistent. You know, he's really persistent, and there's so much talent inside of him that is just waiting to come out. So parang for me, what do you do with that? You hone it. You never stop learning, you never stop training, and you never stop trying on new things. So yun eh, parang what I guess what I've learned from Inigo is to keep it open, you know, so that there's room for improvement, there's room for correction, and there's room for growth.
Nice. Awesome. Okay, moving on to letter I. I is for ito ang araw ko. So, complete this sentence. Ito ang
araw ko para
Yeah.
maligo.
That
Okay,
should be
ikaw
every
muna,
day.
Inigo. Oh, nga,
Oh,
sana,
shucks.
sana, araw-araw.
Everyday ba yun? Sayang ang tubig, no? Wala namang umaamoy sa'yo.
Grabe. Ano po yung question po ulit?
Pag nasa probinsya ka, Pugi, parang sayang ang tubig. Tapos kasi pag nilapitan ka na ng mga aso, tapos pinawisan ka na, Liligo ka na naman, sayang yung damit, sayang yung paglalaba, alam mo na. Simplify.
So bukas ka lang. So bukas ka na lang maliligo.
Bukas na ulit.
Ito ang araw ko to blank. Inigo, complete that sentence, please.
Ito ang araw ko para mas tuparin ang lahat ng mga pangarap ko. Wow.
But of course, every day, we do say that at Sun Life, every day is a new beginning for you to be on that path towards your goals. So go for it. Ikaw naman, Piolo.
Ito ang araw ko to learn a new thing. So magte-training ako ng dancing.
I'll send you dance videos, don't worry.
Ito ang araw ko to make a TikTok.
Yan.
Make it happen, don't just say it. Dito mismo sa Sunlight. Sabi ni Papa, Sunlight talk. Ano? Sun Talks Light.
Persistent, Piolo. Kailangan be open, Piolo, to making a TikTok. Diba, you learned that from Inigo.
Magkano ba?
Teka, naghanap talaga ng pera dito. Okay. T is for take it off in a clean and fun way. Of course, if you can take off one thing in your life right now, what will it be? Inigo, what will it be for you?
Procrastination. Being at home all the time and just having all the time, kind of in your control. Procrastination is definitely something that I'd want to get rid of.
Awesome. Okay. Good luck with that. What about you, Piolo? What do you want to take off in
Besides
your
your
life
shirt.
right now?
I want to take off stress because it's, it doesn't give you good vibes and energy. So, mula ngayon, happy lang ako.
Kaya mga actually.
Diba happy ka lang?
Tayo. Okay. So finally, letter E is for energy. So guys, Inigo, we know you can do this very well. Piolo, eto, kanina pa namin inaabangan for you to do the ito ang araw
Yes!
dance moves. Woo!
Panindigan mo
Magkakaalaman.
you'll learn a new thing today and that's
Magkakaalaman.
For your reference, guys, eto, let us play the ito ang araw mo dance video.
Let's go!
So there you have it. Kita na natin kung paano ba yung ito ang araw mo dance.
Paano ba yan?
Yan. Okay.
Alam mo!
Kayo Game. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ulo.
May ganun pa pala.
Yan.
Ay, nako.
Thank you so much, Piolo and Inigo. Any final message that you want to give our viewers who are, also trying to pursue financial freedom, especially in this unprecedented times? Inigo, would you like to go first, please?
Well, of course, to the younger generation and everyone my age and even above, we just want to encourage you guys to, of course, live life to the fullest all the time and never shortchange yourself with your dreams and everything. And of course, at a young age, start learning how to handle your own money, especially if you are a young adult who is currently earning your own money now. Now is the time to start really thinking about talking to a Sun Life advisor kasi matutulungan kayo ng sobra-sobra with proper guidance and really knowing where your money should go. And yun, stay happy, stay fit, and stay healthy all the time now.
Thanks, Inigo. Finally, turning it over to Piolo.
Yeah, yun lang yung sinabi na ni Inigo. No. For people my age at least, or for those that have started early on in their lives professionally, I guess it's about time to take on, like, just like what my ate said, to care for other things such as health. Because if you don't have good health, then there's no wealth. As we say,
Mhm.
health is wealth. So, and keep our eye on the goal. Never rest on your laurels. Never be satisfied with what we have. Be content, but always be challenged by some new things
Mhm.
that can give you more zest in life. And get
Mhm.
a financial advisor, because that's really important.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Once again, Piolo Pascual, Inigo Pascual. Guys, I hope you guys got a refreshing dose of inspiration to take on your financial freedom journey to the next level. Share with us your bright stories in the comments section, and also give us a follow, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel, and always be a bright inspiration to all. On behalf of Piolo Pascual and Inigo Pascual, my name is Len Arboleda. Maraming salamat. This has been Sun Talks Live.